Good morning, students. How you all are? Hope you all are well. Today in our class we will start the second part of chapter 5, Footprints Without Feet, from the book Footprints Without Feet. In the last class we had seen that Griffin was a scientist who had invented some drugs through which he became invisible. After becoming invisible, he thrown off his clothes and he went into the streets of London after firing the house of his landlord, who was not happy with Griffin. The first two boys had evidenced this invisible man, and as it became very difficult for Griffin to stay in the streets of London, as that was extremely cold time, he decided to go to a departmental store. He went there when every employees have moved out of the store. He had worn the dresses, the hat, and after having the dinner, he had gone to sleep with the company of a very good quilt. So now we will see that what happened in the next day. How was the adventure of Griffin? So students, take page number 27. We will start reading from third paragraph. If only Griffin had managed to wake up in good time. So you can see the first line, the narrator is saying that everything was fine and it would go fine only if Griffin would have wake up in good time. So from this sentence, it is clear that Griffin was not able to wake up in good time. Good time means right time. All might have been well. As it was, he did not wake up until the assistants were already arriving next morning. When he saw a couple of them approaching, he panicked. Panic means to take stress, pareshan hona, and began to run. They naturally gave chase. Chase मतलब किसी को भगाना. In the end, he was able to escape only by quickly taking off his newly found clothes. So one more time he found himself invisible but naked in the chill January air. So what all things had happened, that is very clear from this picture. You can see in this picture that as in the morning the employees of that departmental stores arrived. They found that a strange man whose head was not visible, but he was wearing clothes and hat. For them it was something very strange. So they tried to chase him, means उसको पकड़ने की कोशिश करते हैं. And even our Griffin, he was very much stressed, panicked that what he will do now, as two employees were chasing him. So what again he did, he thrown his clothes off and again he became invisible, and he had saved one more time his life. Next paragraph. This time he decided to try the stock of theoretical company in the hope of finding not only clothes but also something that would hide the empty space above his shoulder. Shivering with cold, he hurried to Drury Lane, the center of theatre world. So in the last class we had seen that when Griffin wanted to save himself, he first tried by jumping to a departmental store, and that was not success. So this time invisible man Griffin was planning to go to an theatrical shop. Theatrical shop means a shop where basically the theater work is done. The narrator is saying that stock of theater company. Stock of theater company. Basically here stock means the props used by the theater company. For example, mustache, beard, glasses and so many other things. As the Griffin had what he thought, as after wearing the clothes, his body that is visible, but the portion above the shoulder, it was not visible. As you can understand that by looking this picture, his whole body was visible as he was having clothes, but his body above the shoulder that was not visible. So here Griffin is planning that if he will go to some theater, he will get some props like mustache, beard and so many other things, and with help of that even he will able to cover his face, as Griffin had invented one medicine through which he can become invisible, but he was not having the medicine through which he can become again visible. So Griffin is just planning something to make himself little visible in the world. He soon found a suitable shop. He made his way invisible upstairs, come out little later wearing bandages round his forehead. Forehead means this part. Dark glasses. False nose. He got some false, as in theater. There are different kinds of nose to give a different kind of appearance. So he had taken one nose and he had applied it. Big bushy side whisker. Bushy side whisker means the hairy part, this hairy facial part of the boys. And a large head. To escape without being seen, he callously means cruelly, attacked the shopkeeper from behind, and after which he robbed him of all the money he could find. So our Griffin had entered a theatrical shop as he was invisible. He moved upstairs, he went there, he taken some clothes, he put some bandage in the forehead to cover this area, then put his glass, put an artificial nose, kept some bushy whiskers, some mustache like, and after putting a hat, now Griffin was completely visible. And what he did, he had just beaten the shopkeeper who was there and had taken all the money which was that shopkeeper, and he ran from that shop. Eager to get away from crowded London, he took a train to the village of Iping, where he booked 2 rooms at the local inn. So Iping is a place that is a village in London. As Griffin was thinking, means his appearance was not very good, that he can roam in the busy streets of London. So he made a plan that he will go to village. He booked room in local inn. INN inn means hotels or the lodges. So what he did, he taken a train, moved the Iping village and booked room with the local inn. So he is feeling that he is safe there. The arrival of stranger at inn in winter was in any case an unusual event. Unusual event means that is not very common, जो कभी-कभी होता है but हमेशा नहीं हो सकता. A stranger of such uncommon appearance set all tongues wagging. Wagging means shaking, हिलना, move करना. Mrs. Hall, the landlord's wife, made every effort to be friendly, but Griffin had no desire to talk and told her, "My reason for coming to Iping is desire for solitude. Solitude means alone, lonely. I do not wish to be disturbed in my work. Besides, an accident has affected my face. So we had seen in the previous part that Griffin had moved to an inn, a lodge in the Alpine village. So when he went there, so basically as we had seen that it was very shiver winter there and a very chill was there. So normally in such a winter time the inns were empty. लोग वहाँ पे विजिट नहीं करते थे. It was not normal, but still Mrs. Hall, who was landlord's wife, he had accepted a stranger, and Mrs. Hall was trying to be very friendly to Griffin. She was asking so many questions. She was throwing very much concern, but Griffin was a very rude person, and what he said that he wants solitude. That means he wanted to be alone in that place. He don't wanted to be disturbed in the world. Moreover, he added that his different kind of face. As you can understand that he was having some artificial nose, some bandages in the forehead. So Griffin was giving a reason that he met with an accident, and due to that his face was little much disturbed and he does not want to talk anyone. So in this way the Griffin had made an attempt to understand the Mrs. Hall, who was the landlord where Griffin was staying. Satisfied that her guest was an eccentric scientist, and in view of the fact that he had paid her in advance, Mrs. Hall was prepared to excuse the strange habit and irritable temper. But the stolen money did not last long, and presently Griffin had to admit that he had no more ready cash. He pretended, however, he was expecting a check to arrive at any moment. So anyhow, Mrs. Hall, she was not able to understand that why this person came to our inn in this season, and even we had seen that his face was strange, his behavior was strange. All those things had given a clue that this guy is not a good guy, a good man. But anyhow, when Griffin had paid full amount, given her money, she was satisfied that the strange man can do anything in her room after paying the money. But नॉर्मली जो चोरी के पैसे होते हैं, जो गलत तरीके से कमाए हुए पैसे होते हैं, उससे अब कोई भी इंसान बहुत लंबे समय तक नहीं जी सकता. So in the same way, all the stolen money with the Griffin was finished, and he admitted to Mrs. Hall that now he was not having any money, but he pretended मतलब वो दिखाना, नाटक करना. He pretended that very soon a check is going to come, and when this check will be encashed, I will make you the payment. So again Mrs. Hall thought that if she is going to get cash, it is okay to live with this stranger. Shortly afterward, a curious episode occurred. Very early in the morning, clergyman means priests of church. Clergyman is priest of church. Clergyman and his wife were awakened by the noises in the study. Creeping downstairs, they heard chink of money. Chink of money means sounds created by the coins. Okay, chinks of money being taken from clergyman's desk. So anyhow, we had seen Mrs. Hall was also not satisfied with the stranger's behavior, with the Griffin's behavior that was going there, but something strange happened the next morning. What happened? In clergyman's house, that means priest's house, during the night time, they heard a noise. That was chink of the money, that somebody was taking the coins from the table. So the clergyman and his wife, they both moved to the room from where the sound was coming. Without making any noise and with a poker means a rod that is used to put in the fire for proper fire. पोकर एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट होता है विच इज पॉइंटेड एंड बेसिकली उसको जहाँ पे आग जलाते हैं वहाँ पे लकड़ियों को हिलाने के लिए यूज किया जाता है, दैट इज पोकर. पोकर ग्रास्प firmly in his hand, the clergyman flung open the door. Flung means to throw open the door. Surrender. After opening the door, he said surrender. So when clergyman and his wife, they heard the noise, they had taken poker in the hand. Silently they opened the door and said surrender. Now we will see that whether the invisible man, Griffin, is surrendering or is again doing something strange. Then to his amazement, he realized that the room appeared to be empty. He and his wife looked under the desk and behind the curtains and even up the chimney. There wasn't a sign of anybody. Yet the desk had been opened and the housekeeping money was missing. So when the clergyman and wife, they entered the room, they asked to surrender, but there were no one. Then they started searching for that person under the table, under the desk, near the chimney, but there was no one. Although there was no one, but money was not there, which was on the desk. So it was something very strange. Extraordinary affair. The clergyman kept saying for the rest of the day. So for them it was an extraordinary affair, and definitely it is correct. They heard the sound, the money was not there, but still there was no sign of a person in the room. So throughout the day they were saying it to their neighbors, to the relatives, that an extraordinary affair had happened in their house. But it was not an extraordinary as the behavior of Mrs. Hall's furniture a little later that morning. So one strange thing happened, but one more strange thing had happened in Mrs. Hall's house that we will discuss. The landlord and his wife were very up very early and were surprised to see the scientist's door wide open. Usually it was shut, locked, and he was furious. Furious means worried, pareshan. If anyone entered his room, the opportunity seemed too good to be missed. They peeped round the door, saw nobody, and decided to investigate. The bedclothes were cold, showing that scientists must have been up for some time. And strange still, the clothes and bandages that he always wore were lying about the room. So normally we had seen that Griffin, the invisible man, had already said that he don't like to be disturbed, and most of the time his door was closed. But on one morning, early morning, Mrs. Hall and his husband had seen the door was open. So they thought that they will enter the room and they will investigate. So when they were investigating, they found that the Griffin might be there sometime earlier, but now no one is there. His bandages which he was wearing, it was there, his clothes was there, but no sign of Griffin. They were not able to understand that why something strange had happened, that a person who always be in the room is not there, but the door had opened. All of a sudden, Mrs. Hall heard sniff. Sniff means the sound of exhalation and inhalation. Sniff close to her ear. A moment later, the hat on the bedpost leapt up and dashed itself on her face. Then the bedroom chair became alive. Springing into the air, it charged straight at her leg foremost. As she and her husband turned away in the terror, the extraordinary chair pushed them both out of the room and then appeared to slam. Slam means to shut. Slam and lock the door after them. So while Mr. and Mrs. Hall, they were investigating the Griffin's room, suddenly Mrs. Hall noticed that someone was taking exhalation, somebody was inhaling, and when she was searching for who is that, what happened? Somebody had thrown a hat on her face. Then a chair became alive. A chair became alive. Alive matlab jinda. That is not possible. But narrator is saying that chair became alive because no one was there, but a chair lifted in the air and it was thrown on Mr. and Miss Hall. So by saying all those things, Mr. and Mrs. Hall, they were afraid and they moved out of the room. When they moved out of the room, suddenly the door was shut. Even for everyone, it was little extraordinary. Mrs. Hall almost fell down the stair in an hysterics. Hysteric means without any emotion. She was convinced that room was haunted by spirit and that the stranger had somehow caused these to enter into her furniture. My poor mother used to sit in that chair. She moaned. Moan means cry in pain, मतलब दर्द के साथ रोना. To think it should rise up against me now. So as Mr. and Mrs. Hall had seen something very strange, that is extraordinary, that somebody was swelling, somebody had thrown a hat on their face, somebody had thrown a chair on them, and somebody shut the door. Everything was, they were not able to understand what is happening, and they came to a conclusion that the room was haunted. Haunted means with connection to ghost. ओके, उनको थोड़ा डर लग रहा था, उनको ऐसा लग रहा था कि शायद कोई भूत या फिर कुछ उनके घर में आ चुका है. And Mrs. Hall was sure that the stranger is having some hands in it. The feeling among the neighbors was that the trouble was caused by a witchcraft. Witchcraft means black magic, kala jadoo, okay? But witchcraft or not, when news of the burglary at the clergyman's home became known, the strange scientist was strongly suspected of having had a hand in it. Suspicious grew even stronger when he suddenly produced some ready cash, though he had admitted not long before that he had no money. So all those things were spreading. All those things means the boys seeing footprints without feet, the two men chasing a special kind of creature who was having clothes on his body but no face, the clergyman noticing that somebody had taken their coins but no one was there, the strange incident that happened with the shopkeeper in the theatre, now Mrs. Hall. Everything spread in that area, and the neighbors, they came to a conclusion that it might be something like black magic or something, and Griffin, this scientist, is behind all those troubles? I want to know what you have been doing to my chair upstairs, she demanded. One paragraph I left. The village constable was secretly sent for. Sent for मतलब भेजना. Instead of waiting for the constable, Mrs. Hall went to the scientist who had somehow mysteriously appeared from his empty bedroom. I want to know what you have been doing to my chair upstairs, she demanded, and I want to know how it is. You came out of an empty room and how you entered locked room. So when all those rumors, all those things were spreading in the village, a constable was appointed. He was sent to investigate about all those things. But Mrs. Hall, she was not able to wait. So she went to the Griffin's room. And she was asking that when I entered, no one was here. Then how you came here? What you did with my chair? And she was throwing so many questions to Griffin. The scientist was always quick-tempered. Quick-tempered मतलब बहुत जल्दी गुस्सा आता है ना? Now he became furious. You don't understand who or what I am, he shouted. Very well, I will show you. Means Griffin was a short-tempered person. So when Mrs. Hall was throwing so much question, again he became furious and he said that I will show you who I am. Now we will see that what Griffin is going to do. Suddenly he threw off bandages, whiskers, spectacles and even nose. It took him only a minute to do this. The horrified people in the bar found themselves staring at the headless man. So after saying that I will show you, he started throwing his bandages, his hats, his nose, everything. And within a few minutes, he started slowly became invisible. Everyone in that area who was looking to the Griffin, they all were amazed that how all those things is possible. Mr. Jaffer, the constable, now arrived and was quite surprised to find that he had to arrest a man without a head. But Jaffer was not easily prevented from doing his duty. If a magistrate's warrant ordered a person's arrest, then that person had to be arrested with or without his head. So while Griffin was throwing all his props, Jaffer, the appointed constable, he also went there, and even he was very much puzzled that what kind of creature it is. But as per the order, he has to arrest Griffin without head or with head. There followed a remarkable scene as the policeman tried to get hold of the man who was becoming more and more invisible as he threw off one garment after another. Finally, shit flew into the air and the constable found himself struggling with someone he could not see it. Some people tried to help him but found themselves hit by blow. Blow means okay. That seemed to come from nowhere. In the end, Jafar was knocked unconscious as he had made the last attempt to hold on to unseen scientist. There were nervous, excited cries of hold him, hold him. But this was easier said than done. Griffin had shaken himself free and no one knew where to lay hands on him. So just like the boys, just like the clergyman, Mrs. Hall, the shopkeeper in the theatre, even the Jafar, the constable, he was not able to catch Griffin, and Griffin, after throwing everything from his body, again he became invisible. He had given a good blow to the policeman and the other people who were helping him, and he was out of the heads. So this is a strange story about footprints without feet, that is an invisible man. This is also, we can say that, a science fiction story, है ना, means science related एक काल्पनिक story. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this story, and after this class follow the link and write the question answers. Thank you, students.